Gamers, welcome back to another Tuesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, back with some more Planet Coaster and hopefully some better internet this time. If you've been following the channel the past weekend, you'll know that we've been struggling with some internet issues recently. I don't really know what's going on with the networks in my area, but I ran some tests earlier and it was still having trouble, but then it stabilized and it's stable now. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But just so you guys are aware, stream might get cut short tonight. So if it does get cut short, that would be why. But fingers crossed, praying it doesn't happen. Because I am very excited to be playing some more Planet Coaster 2. We're going to be working on the Christmas park tonight. We did our little capstone review of the Farmland Park last night. So if you missed that, or not last night, Sunday night. So if you missed that, definitely go check out that stream. The parts that were stable were really, really fun. And tonight, we're going to continue working on our Christmas park. So I don't have the Christmas park open right now. Right now, this is my test world. This is just the place where I build blueprints. So a lot of them have been deleted just because this world was getting way too buggy. But right now, I'm just over here working on some Christmas village buildings. You can see this one's done. I'm very happy with how this one came out. I'm very excited to put this in the park. And then I'm working on this more like big house type building right now. So that's what we're going to start out with. I've done most of like the beam work and the border and stuff. So now it's just a matter of getting the roof more how I want it. I want this nice eave. That. This needs to be moved. I don't think we need too much. Oh, yeah, we should have it on this. What's up, Crazy Emma? Long time no chat. Hope you've been well. My December's been pretty boring, unfortunately. Just hanging out. I'm not able to go back and visit my family this year, so I'm just kind of chilling, doing my own thing, but it's all good. Still stuffy because it's been like freaking 20 degrees for the past 4 days. So hold on, I'm gonna disappear and blow my nose real quick. All right, I'm back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Crazy Emma. Yeah, I've been sick recently. I'm like ready to get over it. I kind of need a sick day, but work's been too busy, unfortunately. All the way down. We want these Viking Eve pieces. Yeah. This is the sharp one. It's not where I want it, but we need to change the color anyway. There we go. Ooh, wisdom teeth. Oof. Yeah, I feel that. There. But luckily that will pass. So hopefully it will be better the next few days. I need to move this chimney apparatus forward a little bit. Which is annoying because we also have to move this. Actually, I should be able to just Perfect. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm thinking, let's go to Taiga. Let's get small. How small? Not quite Christmas tree-esque, but that is the smallest pine tree we can get. So put this here. Oh. Here we go. It's actually perfect. Perfectly sized. Just needs to be moved up one. Nice. And I know that's hovering off the ground, but I'm gonna fix that by doing rough this guy. So then we're gonna move, let's see. Extension. I want something like this, but less elaborate, essentially, is what I'm looking for. We might be able to make our own. And that's going to be time consuming and a little tricky. It'd be better if we just had one. Well, I do know. I want these. Okay. And that's fine there. Those aren't going to be the final positions, but as long as they're placed so I have them. Not quite. Okay, looks like we might have to make our own. Which might not be too difficult. We're gonna go like this. Close enough. Hold on. All right, we're good. I thought I was gonna sneeze there, and then it ended up not happening. Don't you guys love it when that happens? It's like the worst. Okay, that's about horizontal. Let's bring it over here. Get the position right. I don't know why these are sticking out. We need to fix this. There we go. And window. I don't know why I did that. I can just go here. Go to the bottom. Just like this. Just like this. And then I'm gonna go like this. That works for me. Flip it around. The same thing. Works for me. And then we grab all three. Okay. And then I'm gonna go into shapes. I'm gonna grab this flat triangle down here. It's not quite the right side or the right angle. I think if we we'll do this. No, I do want shapes. We'll use this guy. Smaller. 25. Alright, this is kind of like a weird way of doing it. But I think in the long run, it'll work out for us. Ah, I can't get at the right level. Okay. This isn't even going to be super visible, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Just needs to sell what it is. Alright, so we've got all that. Now we come down here. This, we want to be the same color. Yeah. That looks kind of Christmassy. And then now we grab both. Zoom out. That's about right. This. Right about there. And this one has to have the same thing. Have the green wood, and we'll do the red trim. Okay. And then we need other windows as well. Go down here. Taking these guys. Got that. Sorry, I'm thinking of what else I want to do. Yep, that works. You here. I'm not too worried about windows on this because I'm not sure how it's going to sit in the park yet. Let's do a couple more things and then I think it will be park ready. Move this up here. This. Yeah, add one more piece of like decorative trim. See. Like this. Nice. And then I want these planks. Grab this guy. Oh, it's the perfect size too. Okay, we're gonna make this the green. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit more saturated. Okay, we got it just like that. I'm gonna put it here. Put it here. Just this isn't anything too exciting. It's more just adding something to break up the wall. And then I'll add Christmas decorations to it. Okay. That's our base for the house. I think it looks pretty... Oh, wait. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Not done yet. Sorry. I lied. It is the base for our house, but one last touch. All right. Uh-oh. There goes the internet. There goes the internet. Bye-bye, internet. Uh-oh. We'll see if it comes back. Up. Oh. I guess we need to make it way further down. Way more flush with the wall. Which isn't the end of the world. Just makes things a little... Alright, stream's back. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, it might be a little iffy tonight. Okay, I don't think these are working, unfortunately. I'd rather have the snow. I don't think they justify being there. For this here. Here. forgot to add eaves to this side. That is okay. Doesn't even really matter that much. Can't even really see them. Probably because they're in the wrong spot. Just realized. Easy. What's up, Rose? Hi. I'm glad things are not... I'm glad internet's a little bit better tonight. Hopefully things are good for you. My headcanon is that Danny put a revenge curse on all of us. Oh. See, I mentioned it, and then the stream goes out. I think it's true. Hey, at least it looks... At least the building looks good, alright? Stream frame rate might not look good, but the house does. Like that. And like this, and like this. Some yummy dinner and a peppermint shake. Ooh, that sounds good. I would love yummy dinner and a peppermint shake. I have like some vanilla almond milk that I can boil. I don't know if that would be good though. I'm sure it would. Look at that. Lovely little Christmas house. I mean, it's a winter house right now, but we're about to make it a Christmas house. We definitely want this here. And I'm gonna go festive theme. Which is... Here it is. I'm thinking here. And here. We can get a snowman. Or maybe some nutcrackers. This obviously can't be pink. We're gonna make it this nice nice red. It's still kind of maroon coated. There we go. That's better. Okay, then wreaths. Where are those? Here we go. I'm gonna put one big one up here. And then a small star one right here. And then some garland. Just like this. Just like this. Hells yeah. Look at that. And our stream health is looking better. 2 for 1 wins. boom, and boom. And then I don't think I'm going to copy this fairy light motif. I think we're just going to keep it like that. All right. So now all that's left to do is save these buildings. We're going to save blueprint. What did we call the other one? Was it like Christmas Town Building? So I want them all to be named kind of similarly so they show up next to each other. Here it is. Christmas Village House. We'll call this one Christmas Village Store. Small storefront decorated for Christmas. Add browser, scenery, and buildings. Apply. Save. And this one will be Christmas Village House 2. Christmas Village House 2. Small Christmas themed house. Oh yeah, I did. I don't know why I spelled it with an I. My brain was... I don't know what I was doing there. Buildings. Scenery. Apply. Save. I think I spelled it right the other times. Where are they? I spelled it wrong all 3 times. Holy shit. I'm like actually stupid. Alright, we'll fix that. I think one of those is even on the workshop, which is even funnier. But let's save this park. Test, save. We'll load up the Christmas park. And then hopefully our internet holds out so I can show off the work I've done on Bayside Boardwalk, which is the final name for our boardwalk park. And also, this is a good construction update for the Christmas park, because the stream died Sunday night before I got to show this off. Alrighty. So if you look, you can see I updated the train station here, added some support beams and some lighting, and then also added all of this like wooden beam trim work, which I think came out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with how all of it looks. And I finished the decorations for Christmas. So the front of the train station is all decorated, and I need to blow my nose again real quick. So I'm gonna disappear and... I'm back. Okay. As you can see, everything is all decorated for Christmas. And I'm very happy with how this building came out. It adds a lot of flair to the little roller coaster here. Then I also changed the block sections a bit to keep trains from getting stuck on this lift hill for a long time. They still get stuck up here. But I don't really know how I want to fix that. But that's a later problem. Our first order of business is we need to actually place these buildings we just made. So this one, I think, yeah, it was perfectly right here. Yeah, look at that. Perfect fit. We'll have to change this path, but that's pretty easy. That's not hard to do. We'll just make it like 10. Copy this. Move it. There we go. And that'll be the launching off point for the bridge over the canyon. Okay. This, I think, go perfectly right here. Yas. We just need to do this little move. Actually connect it with the ground here. And I think I might add a... It doesn't make sense to add a mill. Nice. Then now this definitely needs windows since it's right next to this queue here. So let's go to the stucco. I really like these. Make this the green that we like. Make this more like gray scale. And how centered is that? It's pretty good. And I think I'm just gonna steal this Viking window again. Actually, dude, I can't type. I want this guy. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know what we do next for this. Ooh, actually. Hold on. If I go to my blueprints, I feel like I have... Yeah. I think this can be repurposed. Okay. This can definitely be repurposed. So these... Okay, color not available. That's fine. Okay, that can't be repurposed. That's fine. I'll figure out something to do with that later. But I think making this like a little stall is going to work out well for us. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a little patch of staff only path. Merging is on. I didn't want merging to be on. We're going to do that again. Just a little bit here so that I know I remember to put something here. Okay, so we've got that. Then now I think I want to do a roller coaster down in this ditch here. So I think that's what we're going to start. And then I'm probably going to go to like 8:15. And if we still have internet, then I'll move on to the boardwalk part. Because I do want to show that off. And I can't be on too late tonight because I need to watch Fallout Season 2. there's there's no sense of making up an excuse. That's legitimately why I can't stream too late tonight. I need to go watch Fallout Season 2. So, unfortunately for you guys, Fallout Season 2 is more important. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of these trees. We'll put them back. Don't worry. But they need to be gone. I think something like this. Okay, yeah, we got a pretty good cliff here. Maybe this way. Then having the... No, I don't like having the brake run going that way. I do think I like this better. What is it doing? Okay. This. Okay. Rose, if you're still here, would you ride this? I'm curious. Okay, we can make this way tighter. Maybe. You must be a little bit behind. It got too steep. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know how far back in stream you are, but clearly you're not caught up. Okay. And obviously we need to slow the spinning down. Typically like 100 is gonna be what you want to be the max. I think I'm gonna do that the whole way. See how that spinning looks. Very fun. Very fun. Okay, so now we're going to start a banked turn. Okay, what are the G's? What do we got? Okay, 4 is a bit much. Okay. Okay, just one. Coming back. I don't think that's going too fast, personally. Maybe here we gotta... Alright, then we need an anchor piece. And then I'm going to smooth in all of this so we can get a more accurate G-force rating. Oops, that was the wrong button to spam click. Might need to make this taller. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if we can get away with how tall it is right now. Nausea warning. Okay, that feels like a totally reasonable speed to me. And then now I'm thinking... Watch the G's. Be back in like 30, got a shower. Been procrastinating, all good. Hopefully I'll still be around. Assuming my internet sticks around, I'll be here. Something like this. Okay. Nausea warning. That's not bad at all. But I think I want to come... I want to keep coming down. Curious. I don't know if that will even work. I think we have enough speed for it. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna need to have a block zone somewhere. This first block section is getting a little long. I think if I play this right. Okay. Okay. I think that works. I want a JoJo roll. Do we have a JoJo roll? We do have a JoJo roll. Hell yeah. I love a good JoJo roll. Okay. Six. Go like this. And then we'll do a launch. 65. This will be the fastest point. Okay, did we get up to speed? Yep. Pretty much. So now I want banana roll. Just like this. Go. I have no idea how that's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go well, but let's see. This needs to be way bigger. Yeah, do all that. Yada yada. JoJo roll. A little bigger. Okay. That's not gonna work. Yeah. We kind of end in a weird spot here. Huh. What are we doing with these? It's a little better. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I'm doing with this, by the way. I have no idea what kind of element this is. I have no idea if this is going to be fun to ride or look good. The G-forces are good. Okay. Well, at least we're in a better spot. Maybe something like this. Nope, that doesn't work either. I'm so bad at these layouts. What time is it? 8:06? Shit. I'd like to at least get... just do a 0G roll. guess more of a barrel roll. Oh, we'll do like a snake dive. I have no idea what the G's are going to be like on that. Probably not good. Actually not bad. And then I think we're justified in doing like a wave turn here. We need to get it up here for the end. So maybe one more block zone? Maybe, possibly. Hold on, let me look at the G's. Pretty good. Okay, so if I want to do one more block zone, it's going to have to be like a high up sort of deal. Wait. Can I make a turn through the loop? I'll go like this. Okay, the G's going through here are like intense, but they're not like wild. Like hovering around 3 G's isn't too bad. Although I feel like I can do us a little bit of favor. Maybe like... this. Okay. I feel a little bit better about all of this. Alright, so then final block zone. I think block breaks here. Outer bank here. Into a drop. One more launch through here. And that'll take us up here, and then we'll do some twisties Maybe have the launch. Hold on. Yes, I think this is what we want. Okay. Lock spinning for this. Ooh. 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 Wait, this is kind of wild. Hold on. If we did this. No. Like this. Okay. The idea is there. Okay. It just needs a little bit of a straightaway. It's like right here. This is a fun idea. No, stay like this. Okay. This is probably the most ridiculous spinning coaster I've ever done, or that anyone may have done. But nobody can say it isn't badass as fuck, so what do you guys have to say to that? I don't know. Oh, I need to be going the other way. I just realized. 236. 56. Boom. Okay, way too much. What was this at? 60? Okay, let's do like 40. But that is a pretty crazy idea. And then obviously I think I'm gonna do that. And we'll do custom supports for that just because I hate having the long supports sticking down into the canyon. I wanted to keep everything pretty much contained in this little canyon area as much as possible. $8.19. Fuck. Okay, I do want to see. Let's see. 2. Okay, we need to just rethink this whole thing. Okay, but we don't have time to do that right now. I'm gonna call it there for this park. We're gonna hit save in Winter Springs. I like what we have so far, though. I think we have a pretty good layout for a spinning thrill coaster. It's just all about getting it back to the station in a fun and exciting way. But moving on from that, we're gonna boot up Bayside Boardwalk. This is now available on the Planet Coaster Workshop. You can go check it out yourself. But I wanted to go over some construction updates because we started this park. I think this might have been the second park we started, but we started this way back probably a year ago at this point, back in December of 2024. So it's been a long time coming, and I finally figured out what I wanted to do with the final section, and it's finally ready to show off. For the most part, there's some texture glitches and issues, but there's not really much I can do about textures being glitched. There we go. But, oop. It's going to be very, very low FPS. But I'll go ahead and just show off all, I don't know why, but all of these textures broke. So all of these like castle wall pieces, I don't know why. You can see the colors are correct. They're just broken, but that's how that is. But anyway, a lot of you, or maybe not a lot of you, but anyone who's been with the channel for a while will be mostly familiar with this park. Like I said, we've been working on this baby for a very long time, but as soon as the game came out, I knew I wanted to build a massive theme park on top of a boardwalk. Sorry, I was gonna say pier and then changed my mind to boardwalk. I wanted to build something crammed, something packed in, and I've managed to pack quite a bit into this park. We have, I believe, 10 coasters. You can see we have this old vintage style Wild Mouse coaster here, and then coming over here, we have this log flume intertwined with this really fun family launch coaster here. We have this big classic Aero Boomerang coaster as the backdrop for our tropical water park here. I would have built more slides and stuff, but this park's pretty much at capacity as far as like scenery and rides go. So that's about as much as I've done, as much as I can do. Over in the center, we have this old style Vekoma suspended looping coaster here, as well as this classic out and back sort of wooden coaster. And then over in this garden section of the park, we have this fun multi-launch coaster which goes underneath the boardwalk and does a bunch of very fun stuff. And then probably the biggest section is this big western section back here. You can see the big western themed Ferris wheel here, as well as this big old style hyper coaster in the background called Desperado. And then one of the things that I added in the update for this park is I added this, I kind of stole this from the Target ride that they added to the game. But I added this sort of sky gradient backdrop to the whole western park. So it helps it feel a lot more contained and built in. And then you can see in a few other places as well, I just did some like sunset gradients that's like backdrops for pools, as well as over here, just to add some character to a lot of the areas. Welcome back, Rose. You came back at the perfect time because we're showing off the Boardwalk Park. But back here in the western section, like I said, there's this big coaster here. There's this really compact family spinning coaster down here in the wheat field. And then back here, we have this really fun single rail coaster called Canyon Runner, themed like an old West Canyon. And then the latest addition, and what finally filled out the empty space and made this park feature complete, is back here. I built this little scenic family train, which I need to set to don't block the station and any load, because it can't be blocking the station like that. But you can see it's a more of a scenic ride through. Comes through this desert section here. Then back here, I have this little waterfall and bridge section that I built. And then it comes back through here, through this old west town, kind of right down the central road here. Then comes underneath the tracks, and then winds up this mountain here, and then continues back down to the station. So, very fun little scenic family ride. Great for the kids, great for everybody, and hopefully helps bring a lot more people back to this back section of the park. But that's pretty much it for major construction updates. Like I said, the only thing we had left to do on this park for the longest time was just filling out this empty space back here, which I feel like I did in quite a cool way. So I don't think there's a need to go show off every tiny little detail. Actually, you know what? We will do one. Let's do one walkthrough. We won't do like a full walkthrough of going and riding all of the rides, but I'm going to disappear. And we're just going to do a walkthrough down Main Street. And then we'll go up on the left and come back down on the right. So you can see here, this is the main entrance kind of area. And I also built, you can kind of see through the windows, there's a lovely little gift shop through there. And coming in here, this is like the main, this was the first thing we ever built. This big Helios ride here in the center of all of these medieval buildings. And you can hear the way too loud music. We'll ignore the way too loud music for now. But coming back here, I don't know if I updated this to be a functional restaurant, but we built this before they added restaurants to the game. Yeah, so it's just little snack bars here. I need to get rid of these and put like an actual restaurant counter. But that's not really the biggest deal. We'll just keep going on through here. And you can see I tried to pack in as many things as I could. We have a little family Ferris wheel here. Not really great views for it, but something fun to ride. And this is like the main thoroughfare here. You have this big hammer swing ride, which just ended, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd have quite a cool vista seeing it go through. I'll just kind of show off some of the buildings as we're walking by. This is probably one of my favorite sections of the park here. You have this little portcullis gate, and then through here, you have this lovely little carousel. And just also some more music going throughout. I think I overdid it with the music a bit, but it's not the end of the world. You can see the roller coaster going. Oh, here we get to watch it go down the main drop. Exciting. Very exciting. Then hopefully we'll get to see the launch coaster running. I see a train in the station right now. You see Desperado there in the distance. This was the first iteration of our horse iron grill. This is like a lovely little modern style kind of steakhouse sort of restaurant. This is also available on the Planet Coaster Workshop. You can find it there. The link is down in the description to my workshop page there. And it has this lovely little balcony with these cool like little fire things. Do I have... Hold on. I want to turn fixed sun off for this. Okay, never mind. We want to turn fixed sun on. We'll do a little nighttime jaunt. There we go. Because this park is fully lit and nighttime ready. Coming through here, we just have the Western Park. A lot of reused buildings from Silverwood City. You'll see a lot of repeats here. And then some of the buildings in Silverwood City were actually built for this boardwalk park. So we'll come over here, show off the pirate section. I also really like this little pool area, especially at night. Now that it has this little sunset motif, it really comes together nicely. See the classic pirate gift shop here. Taken from our remaster of It's a Shore Thing. And a lovely little wave pool here. Very, very nice. See Desperado. I love how that thing roars through this whole like back section. It adds a lot of character to it. And I also really like how low down it gets to the path. Like you can see a couple times through here, it gets really, really close to the guests, which is really fun to watch at high speed. And fun for the ride experience as well. You can see the station for it there. It's also quite popular as well. Back here, and this is just a little housekeeping thing, a good tip for you guys. Back here you can actually see a guest spawner and another entrance. Whenever I have these really, really big parks like this that don't really have room for a transport ride, or even if it does have room for a transport ride, I'll usually build a guest spawner in the back part of the park, and it just helps kind of even out the dispersal of the guests a bit more. There's also a secret guest spawner in the back of Silverwood City as well. And then the same thing with our indoor tropical resort park that we had that I showed off not too long ago. And this is just the back section with the train there. I think I might have overdone it with the don't block station, so I'm going to fix that real quick. Yeah, because all of these are empty. We'll just do this. Minimum weight. 45. Okay. That should fix it. Hopefully. I'll come back here. So we walked back this way, and this is just the exit out in the other side of the Western Park. Again, you can see all the roller coasters. Oh. Really, really fun. Really, really fun. Moving down this way, you can see the tropical resort section of the park. And I think we can actually just kind of... Yep. Cut through there. See this beautiful wave pool. If the boomerang coaster was going, we'd be able to see that, but... Looks like it hasn't gone yet. Hello, lifeguard. Moving on through here. Coming back, there's the entrance to the boomerang coaster here. You see just the slide layout. Very fun. Another pool. This one purely for swimming. We're gonna get to see the coaster? No? Bummer. And you can see this is the kiddie coaster. The Wrangler. Fun little fish hook sign. This is probably my favorite part of the park, right here. A subway. Gotta have a subway, you know? Every park needs a subway. See an old garage style entrance for that. And just some aquatic buildings. And here we are back at the entrance. Boom. Lovely, gamers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now that that's all sorted out, I'll give one last little flyover. And I think it's going to be worth it to ride some of the coasters, especially the ones that are back here now that these whole back sections are all finished. I think it'll be fun to ride the roller coasters. So we'll start here at the front of the park. This is just a standard wild mouse, so we'll kind of ignore that. We'll just jump straight over here to Draken, the little wooden coaster that we have here. And you can see my favorite thing about this park is how tightly packed everything is. Everything is just like super, super close together. I really maximized space as much as I could. Like you can see, it comes down here, it dives. This is the exit for the SLC here. So it just dives under there. You can see it kind of diving underneath the station here. And then you can see the block zone for the SLC is like wedged right in between the two tracks here. So very, very fun. Which, speaking of the SLC, I think it only makes sense that we ride that next since it's right here. So, oh, is one going up the chain? Yep, one's going up the lift right now. Oh, I guess we'll start here. It's better to start from the station anyway, because the chain lift is how you get beautiful views of the entire park, especially with these two coasters at the front here. So we'll leave it like this. Like I said, frame rate's going to be very choppy with how many things are in this part. But it's totally worth it for those vistas. Very cool. Very cool. And I love the little dive underneath the boardwalk here, the little tunnel. And this is also just a fun little loop element, because you can't really see it from the actual midway, so it's a nice little surprise there. You have to actually kind of come back here to this restaurant area. Hold on, we got a coaster coming. Here it comes. Woo! Very exciting. Very exciting. And I think it's only fitting next to go. Also, hold on, let me see how this looks. I did make this snow complete. There are heaters and warmth things everywhere. So I don't know if this is gonna crash the game, but let's go ahead and do it like this. And let's ride Bolt, the exciting multi-launch coaster. Ah, spoilers! Here in the center of the park. Might be broken. It might be broken. Is it broken? It doesn't look broken. That should have fixed it. All right, let's try this again. Is it gonna work? Oh, I think it's working. Are we gonna go? There we go. Very fun. Very twisty. Alrighty. So that is Bolt, the exciting multi-launch coaster here on this side of the park. Moving right along. We'll just go ahead and knock this out of the way. We've got not Scenery Group 2. Not Scenery. Rodeo Roundup. The little family spinning coaster we have right here. That isn't super popular for some reason. I don't really know why. It's free. More people should ride it. Just gonna do this. Do this until it's done. Do this until... Okay, there we go. Boom. Short, sweet, to the point. Exactly what we need. That ride takes like 30 seconds, which is probably why it's not very popular. But, I mean, to be fair, there wasn't a ton of room to fit it. I kind of had to go crazy with this first drop here. And then it just Just lots of twisties and lots of windies. It's all one can really do. And then I think I'm actually going to turn off the snow. It was a cute idea, but I think it's a bit much. So we're just going to keep it nice and sunny. Yeah, it's like Curse of the Werewolf here. Although this is probably longer than Curse of the Werewolf, honestly. But moving on from that guy, we've got... We'll save Desperado for last, because that's clearly the best one. And we'll move over to our pirate roller coaster, which is... Shit, I never named it. It's called Floorless too, but assume it's called Kraken, because that's probably what it'll end up being called. Boom. Very, very fun. And quite impressively packed into quite a small area here. See, it doesn't take up that much of a footprint, but still packs quite a punch, which is very, very fun. So then moving on to the second, actually, sorry, we still have 4 roller coasters to go, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe how many roller coasters are on this tiny boardwalk? We still have 4 to go. So we'll start with Canyon Runner back here. This is the RMC single rail coaster, beyond vertical drop, and quite fun and quite well themed. Another great top of the chain lift view. This park's full of them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Canyon Runner. Very, very fun. And it's always good to be able to pack a themed coaster into a park like this. And also you can see I use the aquatic rocks, just recolored to kind of mimic the sort of Monument Valley bluffs and buttes and stuff. So, very, very fun. And then, again, I'm just going to keep teasing Desperado here in the background. And since it's about to go, I see it moving right now, we're going to ride the Boomerang Coaster. And then we'll ride the Kiddie Coaster and then Desperado. boom. Pretty straightforward boomerang coaster, but you know what? That's what you want in a boomerang coaster. You don't want it to be too crazy. You want it to be just right. And also, I think it frames this water park here. If we look over here, I think it frames this water park very, very well. And it adds a nice backdrop to it. So I'm very happy with it. And then second to last coaster, we have the Wrangler back here. This is our family launch coaster packed in this little tropical forest weaving around the log flume. And I can see it's about to leave. So we'll go ahead and hop in. And I think we'll also end off with like a train ride and a log flume ride. So easy. I love these family launch coasters. You'll notice that like ever since I bought that DLC, I've just been putting them in every single park that I build. I think they're a lot of fun. They're like, they add a nice bit of thrill. They're really good for making like these low to the ground kind of spaghetti bowl layouts. So I'm a big fan of them. But now, the moment everyone's probably been waiting for, it is finally time to come way back here to the back of the park and ride big, beautiful Desperado. The Morgan, I think it's a Morgan hypercoaster. Because the first one was Arrow, but I think the rest of them were Morgan. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're riding it, baby. So we'll hop. Spoilers. Look, all in the green. What you love to see. I'm gonna go ahead and disappear for this. Bam. If that's not one of the best coasters I've ever made, it is definitely one of my favorite coasters I've ever made. Like, just the amount of things that it, like, I know it goes by pretty fast, so it's kind of hard to register. But, like, the amount of cool things that it flies past, like, flying past this little western town here. Oh! That was a cool moment. But like flying through this coaster, and then you can see coming up over here, zooming down past all of this stuff, and then like coming up through the water slide helix as well, which is also really cool. diving through this building here. You're swimming in the pool and you just watch it disappear. There's just a lot of cool moments to it, so I'm very happy with that. Now, before we put a little capstone on this park, I do want to just show it off at night, because I did spend a lot of time lighting it and making sure that it was enjoyable at any time of the day. Day meaning the 24-hour cycle. So I haven't lit the sign yet. That's the last thing I need to do. But you can see lots of cool little lights and features coming throughout here. You can also see there. Oh. And then a lot of the coasters actually have like lights shining on the track to make sure that the track is lit. And then let's see if I can find a Desperado train. I hear it. Ah, you see Desperado. I don't know. These kind of broke. These string lights. So for whatever reason, they just kind of like stopped giving off light. But they do have, this does have lights on them. I think it's just a visual glitch. And then also some headlights as well. So that's everything to see with this park. Well, I'll go ahead and end it off with just ride. Turn it on. Let me just do this right now. If anybody wants to download this park, if you own Planet Coaster 2 and you want to check out this park, explore it at your own pace, explore it in first person, add some things to it. If we go here, you can find my workshop here. This is the share code. You can see it right here on screen. Feel free to screenshot that, take a photo, copy it, whatever you want to do. You can see it. You can come. You can download this park for yourself. And also, make sure to like it, make sure to rate it highly, and all of those things. So with that done, I think we'll end with a little ride on our Western train here, and then a ride through the log flume. We want here. I think we want to be in car. Yeah, I think here will be a good spot to be. Amazing timing. Amazing timing. And then we stop and just wait to get back into the station. Sorry about that. Still dealing with the stuffy nose, but we're fine. We move on. And we move on specifically to the log flume, which is really the last thing we have to ride. Sad, sad. But we'll hop in. Ah! Wrong thing. This one. I think we want... Yeah. There we go. I don't know why the camera was broken like that, but we'll go ahead and do this. I love a good log flume. Especially a log flume on a boardwalk. There's just something about it. Alright, here we go, gamers. Coming up on the big drop. Coming up on the drop. And because of how tight this log flume is, this has quite the laterals, so... Woo! That was the side of the log scraping against the flume as it took that corner. Very fun. Very fun. Like I said, I love a good log flume. And that, gamers, is pretty much everything. At least as far as rides go. That's basically everything. I know we didn't get to the water slides, but if you want to see the water slides, you'll just have to download this park for yourself. I'll show the share code again at the end, but I'll go ahead and we'll do my outro. Let's do the outro from this lovely view, rotating view of the entire park. Gamers, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I certainly did. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time with some more Planet Coaster 2. We're going to continue work on our Christmas park. Hopefully finish up that spinning thrill coaster. You definitely don't want to miss that, so definitely check that out. The best way to make sure you don't miss any of the streams is, of course, to subscribe. What's up, One Shot? Remember to subscribe, One Shot. I'm talking to you specifically. All right, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live 4 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I upload a new video every Monday. This past Monday was Zomboid Van Life Part 4. Definitely go check that out. And this upcoming Sunday is going to be Sonic Adventure 2 Part 2. Not going to want to miss that. So definitely subscribe for both of those. And make sure you like the videos. Like the streams. Helps them do well. The algorithm helps them get seen by more people. Helps the channel grow. And I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. A wonderful Wednesday. And I will catch you guys all on the next stream. Stay sponge gamers.